On a quiet September morning in 2017, something extraordinary vanished into the clouds of a distant world. Cassini, the silent sentinel we sent across the solar system, reached the end of its long, beautiful mission. After 13 years orbiting Saturn, recording wonders never before seen by human eyes, the spacecraft met its fate. It plunged into the swirling gas giant at over 76,000 miles per hour. Its body was stripped apart molecule by molecule, disintegrated by heat and pressure, until nothing remained but silence. But before that descent, before the signal was lost, Cassini took one final picture. It was dark, blurry, seemingly insignificant. A farewell, forgotten by time and overshadowed by the drama of its fiery end. NASA archived it without fanfare, just one more image among hundreds of thousands. Until now. In 2024, a new artificial intelligence system was developed, trained to see what we had missed. It was built to resurrect lost frames from the deepest corners of space archives. To enhance contrast. To remove distortion. To find hidden shapes in the noise of cosmic silence. When Cassini's final image was processed, the AI found something no one expected. Not dust. Not interference. A shape. A curved, symmetrical form occupying the lower left corner of the frame. It didn't belong. It wasn't a moon. It wasn't debris. It wasn't Saturn's atmosphere. It was something else entirely. Metallic. Stationary. Unmoving, even as Cassini spiraled toward it. And then, suddenly, the signal ended. Earlier than expected. Earlier than NASA's calculations had predicted. Too soon. As if something had interrupted the descent. Engineers blamed the atmosphere. They always do. But now, with this object clearly visible in the enhanced frame, that story begins to unravel. Documents released through the Freedom of Information Act revealed something strange. Cassini slowed unexpectedly just before the signal vanished. The anomaly was dismissed as turbulence. No further analysis. No red flags. No press release. And yet, this final image was flagged internally by NASA's data protocols when the AI reprocessed it. Why? What were they trying to avoid? The AI didn't just enhance the image. It calculated spatial coordinates based on Cassini's known descent path. It pinpointed exactly where this object should be. But when researchers checked that region of Saturn's atmosphere, there was nothing. No moon. No orbiting object. Not even ring debris. Yet the shape remains in the photo. Clear. Defined. Real. Too structured to be random. Too still to be natural. The outline suggests something oval. Symmetrical. And partly reflective. A vessel, perhaps. Or something that wants to look like one. To test the AI further, researchers fed it hundreds of older Cassini images from past flybys of Saturn. Most produced expected results. Clearer clouds. Sharper ring structures. Finer detail on moons like Titan and Enceladus. But then came something chilling. In 6 separate frames, captured across several years, the AI detected faint distortions in the exact same place. A shape. Barely visible. Ghost-like. But always there. Invisible to the human eye. Dismissing it before had been easy. Digital noise, they said. Magnetic interference. Glitches. But now, those dismissals feel like denial. When overlaid, the something sitting quietly in Saturn's skies. Unmoving. Waiting. Hidden until Cassini got too close. And once it was seen, the signal stopped. Was it a coincidence? Or was it a warning? Speculation spread among scientists. Some believed it was a stationary structure, suspended in gravitational balance. Others whispered theories far less comfortable. An artifact. An ancient machine. A ship. Not ours. But perhaps, watching us. Cassini's final plunge was not secret. Its trajectory was public knowledge for months. What if something knew it was coming? What if it allowed one last photograph? Just enough to tease the truth, then silence it forever. And here's where the story deepens. The academic journal that first published the AI-enhanced image went offline. A quiet takedown. Server maintenance, they claimed. But behind the HTML, metadata showed something different. Review pending external clearance. That's not a phrase used in normal science publishing. That's classified language. And when the image resurfaced on independent science forums, it was removed within hours. Accounts were flagged. Posts marked as misinformation. Even though the source was NASA's own archive. Why censor a photograph from a public mission? Why hide what's already out there? Some say it's caution. Others say it's fear. Not fear of what they know. Fear of what they don't. Because science, for all its brilliance, has an unspoken rule: do not speak of what you cannot explain. And this, whatever it is, defies explanation. Cassini's last gift to humanity was not just data. It was a question. Buried in shadow. Resting in silence. Waiting for us to notice. And now, for the first time, the silence has spoken. The image was never meant to prove anything. Only to whisper. To suggest. To unsettle. Because maybe Saturn hasn't been empty all this time. Maybe we've just been blind. And now that we've seen, what do? Ignore it? Deny it? Or finally, ask what else we've missed. How many other anomalies are waiting in forgotten archives? How many more truths are buried in old transmissions? Cassini's legacy was never just about rings and moons. It was about pushing the boundaries of what we dared to ask. And in its final moment, it asked a question so large, so terrifying, we almost refused to hear it. What if we're not alone? What if something saw us coming? And what if it's still there? Watching. Silent. Just beyond the clouds. If this makes your skin crawl, if this shadow in Saturn's skies stirs something deep within you, then you already know what to do. Share this story. Let others see the image. Let them decide what to believe. Because maybe the greatest discovery of our time didn't come in a lab. It came in a whisper. One that said, look closer. Because the universe may not be what we think it is. It may be far stranger. And we may not be ready for the answer. But we can no